Hey there, roguelike fans! I am back with another visit in hell, another 1 kilobyte roguelike, the sequel to A Journey to Hell. If you haven't watched that video, I suggest you take a look at it. It came out a few days ago, or you can find it in the 1 kilobyte roguelike playlist. It's the first video there. This is a game that follows directly on the heels of that one. Like the predecessor, it is 1 kilobyte. In other words, all of the entire code fits within 1 kilobyte of data. Somehow, Mr. Jakub Wasilewski managed to fit even more in this game, though. Let's take a look at the story right here. What does it say? Back so soon, the devil at the gate inquired. You might not get out as easy this time around, you know. I'll manage, you reply calmly. The gates of hell are just like you left them a year ago, up to and including the lawyer demon guarding the gate, carrying reams of paper full of otherworldly legalese. Sign at the dotted line, please, he requested, holding out a pen. The deal is simple. After you temporarily sign your soul over to Hell Incorporated, you are allowed to enter hell and plunder all the riches stored within. The only catch is, you must get out alive in order to enjoy them. Otherwise your soul is lost, and you join the ranks of demons that guard said riches. You tried this once already and succeeded. The money didn't last long, though, so here you are again, having spent the last of it on a magical teleportation device that should prove helpful. We've built 2 additional floors since you were here last, you know, says the demon, inviting you to enter. You descend. The aim of the game is to survive all 8 circles of hell and reach the stairs to the 9th. Once you do that, you are allowed to take all the gold you gathered on the way down. So that is the objective. In A Journey to Hell, you had to make it to level 7. In Another Visit in Hell, you have to make it to level 9. But I can confirm based on experience, I beat A Journey to Hell. As soon as you reach that level, the game ends. And your score is based on how much treasure you've accumulated. You can see our score right here, it's 0. We're on dungeon level 1. There are some new stats here, though. We have the hit points 18 out of 18. That's the same as A Journey to Hell. Some new stats, though, here, though, are M, which stands for magic. We have 0. And weapon, D1. In A Journey to Hell, whenever you hit a monster in combat, you did 1 damage. It was that simple. There are some new rules now. First of all, there is a weapon. Our current weapon does 1 damage. It does 1 die 1. But if we find a new weapon, we can get that to go higher. It'll be a random amount from 1 to whatever the number to the right of the D is. You can also, let me actually start moving around and I'll start explaining some more of this as we go. You move using the number pad. 5 to wait, all other numbers to move in the 8 cardinal directions. You'll notice as well in this game, in contrast to A Journey to Hell, the map is memorized in the sense that when we leave this area in A Journey to Hell, you only had your field of vision. Now you can actually still see what you left behind. I had assumed that the reason that wasn't happening in A Journey to Hell was memory limitations. I mean, when you're making a game in 1 kilobyte, you have to make some concessions, and having a separate bit of code and a separate, array of known squares that you've seen before takes up memory, but somehow he's included that, and I like that. It makes the game a little bit easier. This is, in A Journey to Hell, it was called a power gem, as I understand it. Now it's called a blood gem. It does exactly the same thing. If we step on this square, there's 1 per level. When we step on it, our hit points will be raised to our maximum. But you can raise your maximum hit points, so you want to do that as much as possible before grabbing the blood gem. Again, there's only 1 per level, and that's your only way to heal. It mentioned in the little short story that we have a teleportation device. To use your teleportation device, you press the letter A, and you will randomly teleport somewhere on the map. But you can only use that when you have 6 magic points. You get 1 magic point per monster you've killed, per demon you've killed. Here's some demons, C's. Now, as in A Journey to Hell, as in Fur Hunter, the higher the letter, the more powerful the monster. With our 1D1 weapon, if we hit a C, it will be degraded to a B. If we hit a B, it'll be degraded to an A. If we hit an A, it'll be killed. But if we can get this up to, say, D3, then it's possible, we do 1 to 3 damage when we hit, so it's possible then, potentially, to kill a C on a single hit. What else can I tell you about them? In contrast, they do as much damage to me as their level of letter. So a C, if it hits me, does 3 damage. A B would do 2, an A would do 1. There are much higher letters in the game, apparently up to letter O, I'm guessing. The original Journey to Hell text said A through Z was listed, but I only saw as high as, I don't remember, a J, maybe an L, I don't recall. This specifically went out of its way to say A through O in the text file, so I'm assuming that means always the top candidate. Now this is another treasure type. We have the blood gem 1 per level, which will restore your hit points to max hit points. This is a soul. Grabbing a soul will raise my max hit points. If it follows suit with a Journey to Hell, when I grab it, it will go up. My max hit points will go up by an amount equal to the level we're on. So it should give me 1 max hit point. Also, monsters cannot cross those. Oh, here comes another C. Now there's another feature added in the game besides all of the stuff I just elaborated on that are different from before. And I'll show you that right now. Watch this region. I'm going to press the 5 key to wait. And there you see we have a little exclamation point that appears. I believe in the text file it says it'll be a plus sign. It's not. It's an exclamation point. But the exclamation point appears if you've passed your turn. Passing your turn readies you for combat. So if this C approaches and we have that exclamation point in place, when we attack, we'll do 1 extra damage, as I understand it. So we'll do 1 to 2 damage, or maybe it's just a flat 2 damage. I'm not sure. Maybe it's 1d1 plus 1. In which case we'll narrow it down to an A, and then it'll hit us for 1 damage, and then we'll kill it. And in case you haven't seen the Journey to Hell video, I should mention the other weird quirk of this game. I like this quirk. It's really interesting. Is that when you press a key to move, the game does not implement your move right away. You press your key, making your decision on where you want to move. The game then moves the monsters and does whatever they're going to do, and only after they're finished moving does it implement whatever key press you've done. So if I press right now, in a normal roguelike, I would move from here to here, then the C would hit me on its turn. That won't happen here, though. I'll press right. Before I have a chance to move right, the C will move left. I'll hit the C, turning it into a B, or I guess an A because I've waited. And then it'll be the next turn. And the next turn, when I hit right to hit the A, it will move before me, therefore hitting me doing 1 damage, and then I'll hit it. Kind of an odd system. Let's hit right. And that is exactly what happened. And there we go. And we've killed it. We've got some money. Our score is now 1. If we finish the game now, we'd have a score of 1. You want to get out of the game, though, to win and get all the money. As you can see, they can't cross souls. If it holds true to a Journey to Hell, they can't cross any form of terrain except for empty space, like a floor. So you can use those things to sort of corral them if you need to. Again, we want to get our max health up as absolutely high as we can before getting the blood gem. This is a weapon. If we step on that, we get a new weapon. Now, the thing about this game, again, interesting, and not necessarily quote-unquote realistic, but it doesn't matter. It's a 1 kilobyte roguelike, and it adds a new variable, and I think that's really cool. When we step on this, we'll pick up the weapon. It might be another 1d1 weapon. You don't know what it is. Weapons are only differentiated by how much damage they can do. 1, 2, whatever past the D is. The deeper in the dungeon you are, the more likely you are to find more powerful weapons. But that said, stepping on the weapon will pick it up, and will exchange it for whatever you have. Now, in this case, we can't go wrong. There's nothing less than a 1d1. But let's say we had a 1d6, and we stepped on a 1d1 weapon. We would now have a 1d1 weapon. It's purely whatever you... If you choose to grab it... There, 1d2. So now we do potentially twice as much damage as we did before. That's good news. In my last game that I played, I only played 1 game to really test out the features before diving in to show you, because we've played a Journey to Hell. We have the gist. My last game I had a D3 weapon and then stepped on something and got a D1. So that was kind of disappointing. Yeah, they can't cross that, you see. So we want to get these guys lined up, and we do want to wait before we attack them. There. That way we have extra. We will do, as far as I understand it, we'll either do 2 to 3 damage, because we'll do 1d2 plus 1, or we're doing 1 to 3 damage. I'm not sure if the weapon adds only to the final number in the sequence, as in 1 to 3 instead of 1 to 2, or if it adds to the first number, as in 2 to 3, or not. Well, we killed it. We did 3 damage. We know it can do that. That one can't cross that weapon. Do I want to pick it up? Not yet. The D2 seemed to work. Let's pass our turn here and go down and get it. Okay, we did 2 damage that time, and we killed it. I think I'm going to keep my D2 weapon. I don't want to risk it being a D1 right now. I think my rule of thumb will be don't pick up a weapon unless it's at least as good as the level you're on. I think that's the... I don't know if it's a good rule of thumb, but that's what I'm going to stick with for now. Unless you're on level 1 and you have a D1, in which case you can't lose. Yeah, this persistent map is much easier to navigate than a Journey to Hell, where you really had to try and remember where everything was. Again, don't have any clue how he managed to squeeze extra code into his base code of a Journey to Hell. There are a number of these 1 kilobyte roguelikes. I will be attempting to play every one I can, not necessarily right away. I think the next game we're going to play is Castlevania RL, And we'll start, going back and forth between 7-day roguelike from 2005 and 1 kilobyte roguelikes for a bit. I think that's it, guys. Let's head. No, we didn't grab the power gem. Or the blood gem in this game. That would have been stupid. There we go. 21 out of 21. But there are a number of them that we will get a chance to play over time. One of the tricky things about them is a lot of them... where's he going? I want to back off one. Now wait. Alright, that worked out. Not yet. Well, there's another weapon there in case it's bad, but we can't grab that one. Let's grab this one. That's D1. That's not good. But we know there's another weapon over there we can try that's hopefully at least a D2. One of the tricky things with some of the 1 kilobyte roguelikes in particular, I mean, any roguelike from a long time ago, and a long time ago is like 8 or 9 years ago, constitutes a long time in this genre. They can be really hard to track down at all. Sometimes often I have to, or D2 again. Maybe we'll stick with that for now. I have to dig through the Wayback Machine archives to find specific dates when they managed to archive the game for a lot of these older roguelikes at all. 1 kilobytes though are even harder to find functioning because a lot of times they didn't include the game. They didn't actually upload their 1 kilobyte roguelike. Fuck. I can't wait to get him. And by that I don't mean I'm eager to get him. I mean I literally couldn't pass my turn to get him because then he'd be on me. What they instead did... Shit, it happened again. Alright, I'm going down to hit him at least. What they instead did was... Oh shit, I grabbed it. I didn't mean to. Alright, well, let's hope this other weapon is a D2. Darn it. What they instead did was actually upload their source code in a text file. In order to prove, perhaps, that they did it in... Damn, it's a D1. We're entering level 3 with a D1 weapon, guys. Not good. In order to prove that their code was, in fact, the level they claimed it was, 1024 kilobyte or 1024 bytes or less. And while I theoretically have the capability of compiling some of that code, I have C compilers. Sometimes it makes reference to libraries I don't have, like the Curses library, and sometimes it's not written in C++ or C, but in C# or Java or something that I don't have a compiler for. So some of the old code, or some of the old games, even when I can find what was actually uploaded, is not good enough to let me play it. I don't want to face that G with a D1 weapon if I can avoid it. That said, someday I may actually take the time to compile some of these things, but for right now, I think I can't go that way. If you step on the stairs, you instantly go down. There's no confirmation. Again, probably a limitation of the amount of space available for the code. Likewise, as soon as you step on that blood gem, we'll pick it up, but we may have to. Let's see. If I attack him and he moves here, if that happens, he's down to an F. He hits me for 6. I hit him. He's down to an E. He hits me for 5. That's 11. I hit him. He's down to a D. That's 15. I'll die if I face him. I have to grab this now or I'm dead. That's unfortunate. Let me go. I just want to make sure I line him up. I don't want to risk like moving up to the right now and then have him dodge to the left or something. I want to make sure he's lined up so I know for sure where his AI is going to take him. And that didn't work. Frack. I think he's going to come down to the right, like southeast. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to try doing that. Oops. All right, well, we got him, but unfortunately, we're not leaving this level with any blood gem. Fuck. I think we're going to lose this game, guys. Oh, we do have the ability to teleport. I might try that once before I die, because let's face it, I'm going to die. I should have used it then. I'm not used to the teleport being available. Get some score for no reason. Score. Whoa, fuck. All right, I have to use it now. A. All right, that's how it works. And you can see our magic dropped to 5. I can't use it again. I'm out of options in terms of that. As I promised with the Journey to Hell, if this is a short enough game, I may play an immediate second game just to... Frack. I'm dead. Dead. All right, let's try one more time. You got to press Shift Q, or maybe it's Control Q. The Shift Q stops it. Let's run it one more time. This time I don't have to babble as much about how to play. You know how to play. Let's grab up this weapon. Whoa. Let's not be foolhardy about it, mind you. D2. Alright, if we're not super fast about our movements here, we should be okay to finish this level. Definitely harder than A Journey to Hell, and because of that weapon aspect, I mean, even if you don't make a mistake like I did and end up with a D1 weapon on level 3, it's not as deterministic as A Journey to Hell was, because of course A Journey to Hell you always did exactly 1 damage. There was no way to circumvent that. There was no waiting to do an extra point of damage. It was much easier. Whoa. Easier. I had to grab this now, obviously. It was much easier to calculate how much damage you were going to do. And even then, I found that game challenging and fun. This game, I think, has a lot more potential, though, because it adds in some more roguelike elements. The random weapon damage and that sort of thing really shakes things up. I think it must be very, very hard. It must be very hard, first of all, to program a 1 kilobyte roguelike. It must be extremely hard to program a fun 1 kilobyte roguelike, because making the code fit alone is a challenge that is noteworthy. Trying to I'm not dumb enough to do it this time. Trying to make a fun game that fits that has got to be just freaking impossible. A particularly fun game. I mean, Fur Hunters was mildly fun, but this game I think is pretty rocking. It's a pretty damn good game no matter how you cut it. All right, he's gonna. I could teleport away from here. If I move northeast and he moves southeast, then I'll get him. But I still won't get the weight bonus. Let's teleport. Okay. Let's wait here. Damn. That didn't work. Let's go down. Shoot. If I stay here and fight the D, the E's going to get me. I can't stay here. He's going to get me, though, for 4 damage. I may have to go get that blood gem sooner rather than later. Well, I survived that. Can I grab this stuff up? Is there... If there's something waiting to ambush me, I'm fucked. Let's cautiously step about. Because again, if I can get that soul before grabbing that blood gem, I'll be in much better shape. This is risky as hell, though. Even color graphics in a 1 kilobyte roguelike. How impressive is that? For the record, just so it's is known, there's also a 2 kilobyte roguelike challenge. I've seen some out there that fit that criteria, and there was at least one gentleman who made a half kilobyte roguelike. Half kilobyte, half this data. I haven't played it. Again, I've found the source code online. I haven't found the game itself, like the binary executable, and therefore it'll be a while, if ever, before I actually fire that up. I'm not picking up any weapons. We can't risk being a D1 on this level again. I'd love to find that D3. Shit, there's a lot coming from different directions. Okay. There was a D over here we saw too. Yeah, even that simple press 5 to... Oh, frack. Oh, we got no choice. We can either teleport away or we can fight it. Let's just fight it. Alright, we gotta grab this. Yeah, this game is a lot harder than its predecessor. The monsters are also correspondingly more powerful. You'll see we're on level 3. We would have been meeting at most D's in a Journey to Hell. That's the worst case. On level 1s, you can meet B's and A's. Or maybe just B's. Maybe it was B's and A's. On level 2, you can meet C's and B's in that game. And on level 3, you were meeting like D's and C's and maybe the odd B. But we're seeing freaking G's on level 3 here. And it's because it recognizes the fact that you can do more damage. Again, no choice. You can do more damage if you wait to attack, and you can do more damage if you have a better weapon. So with those things in mind, it's calibrating them tougher. There's a GD demons over there. Teleport. Grab that. We know where the stairs are if we can get there. I think this is more of a game. In A Journey to Hell, it was possible to... it was possible to kill every monster in the game and get away. I'm not sure that's possible in Another Visit in Hell. I think you might have to gauge more like, I don't want to face this one, I don't want to face this one, that kind of stuff. That guy's trapped for the moment by the weapon. I wouldn't mind getting that weapon, but I'm afraid to go near it. I can't go near the G, it'll kill me. So if I'm going up there, I have to be able to reach the stairs. It's going to hit me, but I can get away from it. We're not going to win this. I don't think. We need to find that blood gem, and we need to find it now. And even then, I think our odds are pretty slim. Whoa, frack. We have enough to teleport if we need to. And we might need to. I don't want to do that unless I have to. If I take one more step, it won't be on me. And at least I'll have a bit more sight range before I teleport. I can't fight that thing. Alright, that's our only teleport, man. We either find that power gem. There it is. If I move up 1 to here, it'll move to here. I move to here, it moves to here. I move to here, it's beside me, I think, but not on me. I think I have time to reach that power gem, I think. Unless there's another monster up here. Or I can just take the stairs. But I'm going to try it, because we're not going to live long. Oh, of course. It moves before I do. That's it. Okay, well, that was about a half hour, guys. I hope you enjoyed Another Visit in Hell. It's definitely worth checking out. Again, the technical feat of 1 kilobyte, impressive. But beyond that, that's a legitimately fun game with a lot of interesting tactics involved. I think it's worthwhile, man. I'll include a link as I always do. Check it out. It's a dynamite game. Well done, Jakub Wasilewski. I'm super impressed. All right. I'll see you next time. Our next game up will be Castlevania RL. It may take me a bit of time to get that up because I gotta test the game and figure out how to play before I dive into that. And it's a much more elaborate game than this. It's not something I can play once or twice and be like, okay, I've got it. Until then, have a good one, guys. Bye.